Before I set my foot on Mount Kilimanjaro, I was planning to title this movie as My Solo Trip to Africa. But the moment I set my foot on the mountain and started witnessing the magic that was happening there, I quickly decided that the title of this movie is going to be
Hi everyone, this is Divya and I'm going to share some experiences that I could not record on Mount Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest peak in Africa and it's the highest freestanding mountain in the world, and also it's the highest volcano in any of the 7 continents.
There are multiple routes to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, but three most famous ones are Marangu route, which takes up to 5 days and offers sleeping huts instead of camps, but has a lower success rate. Machame route offers 6-day or a 7-day trek and is one of the most famous and scenic routes on the mountain. Lemosha route is a newer route and can be done in 7, 8 or 9 days and is scenic too. The more number of days you spend on the mountain, the better the success rate is. On an average, the success rate of climbing Mount Kilimanjaro is 65%. For my hike to Mount Kilimanjaro, I chose 7 days Machame route, which starts at Machame Gate at 5,700 feet. We trek for 5 to 6 hours and reach Machame camp at 9,750 feet. On day 2, we trek for about 4 to 5 hours and reach Shiratu camp at 12,500 feet. On day 3, we climb up for 4 hours to reach Lava Tower at 15,300 feet and descend down for 2 hours to camp at Barranco campsite at 12,950 feet. On day 4, we climb a steep Barranco wall and trek for about 3 hours to reach Karanga camp at 13,200 feet. On day 5, we trek 3 hours to reach Barafu base camp at 14,950 feet. On day 6, that is the summit night, at 12 am, we climb 8 hours to reach Uhuru Peak, which is the highest peak at Mount Kilimanjaro at 19,341 feet. On the same day, we climb down 3 hours to base camp and then 2 hours to high camp, which is at 13,000 feet. On day 7, we climb all the way down to Mehvka camp at 5,360 feet. Mount Kilimanjaro is home to 5 unique climate zones, all of which hikers pass through on their climb up to the summit. The first one is cultivation zone, followed by rainforest zone, heather and moorland zone, alpine desert zone, and then finally Arctic zone.
Hey Stan, will the terrain be like this for the rest of the day?
Yeah, hopefully I think for the next 2 hours would be the same like this.
Okay.
Yeah, and close to the camp like 1.5
Uh-huh.
would be a little bit up,
Okay.
like 200 meters from there to the
Okay.
camp. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is the portable toilet. So this is private and only for me. That Habari Adventures I have arranged for. Hi. So I am into the campsite right now. I've changed my dress and almost have my sleeping bag and the mattress ready. I'm very tired, very sleepy. The food is almost ready. They're doing an amazing job. Just look at how they have set up my table. It's just amazing. I'm so grateful to be here. Huh?
Okay, there are three important lessons that I learned in the mountain. The first one is slow and steady wins the race. So, when we hike slow and at a steady pace, our body can acclimatize to altitude very well. And the second important lesson is drinking enough water. Drink at least 2 liters to 3 liters of water. That helps to maintain the oxygen level in your blood very well. And I also used to take Diamox on all the days when I was climbing. So these things did help me to not have any altitude sickness for 5 days. I did not have any headache or nausea or fever or anything. I was feeling tired at the end of the hike, but that's about it. There was no other altitude sickness, and I was actually feeling strong until fifth day. When we actually arrived to base camp at the end of fifth day, I did fall sick, and I'll talk about it when we actually get there.
Now, Leo also brought omelette and bread. It tastes amazing. But just look at the amount of food that I'm eating here. I'm trying to eat. I'm super full, but the team is asking me to eat enough so that I'll have enough strength to climb the mountain. At home, I only used to eat this and done. That's my breakfast. Today, I ate 3 cups of porridge, mango. I might eat bread, and I have to eat omelette as well. And this is so much food for me, but I'm loving it. Look at this mangoes peeled. They've even peeled the skin. I don't even have to undergo the trouble of taking the skin. This is literally so amazing. And this is all done by Mr. Thomas, our wonderful cook. The porters and the cooks carry all your luggage and food required for 7 days of trek. They reach the campsites much before the climbers arrive. They get ready to prepare the meals for the climbers. And sometimes the porters even hike back a little to help the climbers with their day packs as well. And what's more surprising is they do all of this with a joyful smile on their face. Some of the most common Swahili phrases used on the mountain are pole pole, which means hike slowly slowly in Swahili. Mambo means hi. Jambo means hello. Asante sana means thank you so much. Karibu means welcome. So, it's day 2, successfully done, and I am at Shira Cave Camp. The vegetation zone is moorland. The elevation is 3,750, which is close to probably 11,800 or 12,000 feet.
At 3 we start, okay? 1, 2, 3. Macarena,
Jai Macarena.
Lala, Salam,
What is that?
right? It's like sleep well.
Omelette with spaghetti, banana, and then this is carrot soup.
Wala Wachaga. Okay. Then up there. Just coming down from the top of Lava Tower, which is 4,700 meters above the sea level.
Climbing Lava Tower was challenging and fun, and it was my most favorite experience on Mount Kilimanjaro. Jumbo Jumbo! Okay. So, Pishi Omar?
Hamza.
Hamza? Okay, Pishi Hamza. And Pishi Matthias? All of you? Borbo Moja. You? You?
President of Tanzania.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, you are
welcome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Indian food,
This is
paneer.
Indian paneer.
Yeah. Mr.
And this is
Tester.
a masala.
Mr. Tester.
Tester.
Tester man. Mr. G.
G. Nice to meet you. Huh? Yes. Calling. And this time.
Mr. Tester.
On the way down to Barranco Camp, where we'll have our overnight for today. But before overnight, we'll have some tea and then dinner. Then we sleep, waiting for a great day tomorrow on the way to Karanga Camp. Brilliant. Hi Divya.
Hello, Stan.
How long to the camp?
I don't know. From the day one, the team was so friendly and kind to me. After the trek each day, I spent most of my time in their tent, sharing stories, playing cards, and singing.
Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni mwakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata.
Kilimanjaro yetu,
Hakuna matata.
tembea pole pole.
Hakuna matata.
Na Divya yuko bomba,
Hakuna matata.
Barranco amefika,
Hakuna matata.
na kesho ni Karanga,
Hakuna matata.
kesho kutwa barafu,
Hakuna matata.
Uhuru atakwenda,
Hakuna matata.
mjini tutashuka,
Hakuna matata.
sema
Jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata.
Vanakkam.
Banakantorie, ne epare iroken, nanala iroken, toli una vare vericon, Kilimanjaro, kavalai pada de, kalavai pada de.
Nice.
So that is the Barranco wall that we are going to climb from here to the top. It's very steep. Just Kilimanjaro.
Olivia,
We reached day 4.
day 4 is done?
Day 4. And we are at Karanga camp.
Yes. How high we are?
3,995.
Absolutely great. Super.
Cool.
Kuchi kuchi hochai.
Amechukua, ameweka.
It's recorded. I'll put it in video. ये कुछ कुछ होता है. I recorded yourself.
Nadi guys ini karat.
Subiria harusi. Sipona mwaka kesho umefika.
Divya, next year around January.
Cheza.
Hapo hivyo harusi.
Cheza.
Harusi.
Wow. Congratulations.
I said cheza basi.
Now where are we going?
We're going to the base camp. About 2 hours from here.
1 hour and a half.
1.5 hours from here. And from that, tonight at 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. So we are going to start hiking to the peak.
When we're finishing our hike on 5th day, we did arrive at base camp, but I arrived with cold and cough in my lungs, and there was liquid forming in my lungs. My throat and my chest was aching terribly. I was worried like how my summit night is going to go. But Thomas Kaka prepared ginger tea for me, which felt very soothing to my throat. I tried to cure it by evening, but it was still fresh. So and then I slept at around 6 o'clock in the evening. I woke up at 10:30 in the night. The dinner was ready, but I had lost appetite. I could not eat. I ate very less, and it was one of the worst mistakes I did on the mountain. So at around 12 o'clock, I'm all ready. I'm wearing like 5 layers of clothes and 2 layers of socks and gloves, and because it was very cold and windy up there. It was 12 a.m. on New Year Day. Everyone in the mountain are like celebrating. They're all shouting Happy New Year and they're enjoying the New Year. I and Stan wished each other and we wore head torch and then we started hiking. I could see that the oxygen level was dropping as we kept climbing up. My pace was a little slower than usual, also because I was not able to breathe. Every single time I took a breath, my throat was aching. Plus, I did not eat, so I was feeling dizzy, and it was night time, and so I think adding up all of this added up, and I was not feeling well overall. But one good thing is Stan was carrying my backpack that night. He also carried a thermal flask with ginger tea, which helped a lot. As we were climbing up, 2 hours, 3 hours, we are constantly like slowly climbing up the mountain. Stan was giving me a lot of motivation. He was spreading his positivity by telling me positive things. But one thing is, before I started my summit hike, I had set my intention, the intention of I am not going to quit. So probably I might take 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, or even 14 hours. But I thought I am not quitting. I am going to the top, to the Uhuru Peak, no matter what. So I had set that intention, and that helped me really while I was climbing. At the end of 5th hour, I was able to see Stella Point, and that also gave me some kind of motivation that I'm able to see the target. So that was good. And as we kept climbing up, we were able to see clouds. We were above the clouds, and the sun was about to rise at around 6:15 or 6:30. So that was a very happy moment. But that 2 hours before Stella Point was the most difficult portion of hike in Mount Kilimanjaro, and also most difficult hike that I've ever done. Probably because of altitude, but it was very difficult. I was eagerly waiting to reach Stella Point. From Stella Point to Uhuru Peak, the hike is relatively easier than what it was a couple of hours before Stella Point. So we slowly somehow reached Stella Point, and I was really happy. But we did not take a break there. We were like, okay, let's directly go to Uhuru Peak, and we started hiking to Uhuru Peak. At that time, I kind of felt a little nausea, but it was not too much. It was all good, and we were hiking slowly. At about 2 minutes before the Uhuru Peak, I was able to see the board. I had a moment. That moment kind of moved me because it was just that happiness, that euphoria. I had so much tears in my eyes, and I was feeling proud about myself that I put one step after other for 8 hours with this throat pain, and I wasn't feeling well, and I still did that for 8 hours, and I was feeling really good. And I was feeling very grateful to Stan because he supported me so much. And yeah, that was that moment. That moment was Uhuru Peak to me. That was the moment where I was completely satisfied, full satisfaction, and I was very happy. But just for formality, we still continued hiking towards the Uhuru Peak board, and we arrived to the top at around 8 a.m. I think few minutes past 8 a.m. We were there, and we saw a lot of people celebrating their victory, and it was a joyful place. There was glaciers all around, snow and glaciers. It was all happy moments, so it was worth it. So all the struggle that we had faced was worth it when we reached the top.
I thank my family, my mother, my father, my sister, and my brother, and all my friends who encouraged me to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I thank Habari Adventures who made my dreams come true. They considered my victory as their own victory. I was at the roof of Africa, so high, there was nothing beyond that. It was just the sky. The days I spent on Mount Kilimanjaro are one of the most happiest days of my life. The weather was more than perfect. The people were a lot more kinder. I felt all inclusive with the nature, with the people, with every rock I touched, with every breath I took. This wouldn't have been possible without the magic created by the porters, the cooks, and the guides. Without them, Uhuru Peak wouldn't have seen these many climbers today. I am eternally grateful, and I dedicate this entire climb to the real heroes of Mount Kilimanjaro, the porters, the cooks, and the guides. Thank you so much. watching the video. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends and family. Thank you so much.